Scoping out tools here, and I did another vintage stall purchase, and I got this little box which contains some little scientific instruments from about 100 odd years ago. So let's have a look. And if we open up the box, we can see it's a couple of microscopes. So brass microscopes, I've got one that has this lever. So this is what we call a drum microscope. And then I'll put that on the side here so you can actually have a look at it. And then this one here is actually what they call a furnace microscope. Very simple mechanism. So these were actually toy microscopes. It was quite a wide range of when they actually made them, going anywhere from 1850 to about 1930. And actually they still make these today because it's such a simple mechanism for focusing. So we can control the light here, right? Your sample will go into this area there, and we'll see that a bit later on. And then to focus, what we do is we just pull this back and forward. So it's quite coarse. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to get the distance from here to the lens to match where the focus point is inside this tube. So if I just take this out, and maybe see it here. So it's likely this is French. I think it's a Martin's microscope. So if I just unscrew this, and this is your eyepiece, and that's obviously fixed. So when you look through it, it actually is using the second lens to actually look at a specific point in this tube. When you move this up and down, it allows that sample to then focus at that focus point, and that's how you can see it in focus. So this lens is actually similar to what you would expect for, like, say, a spider's eye. The spider's eye is a fixed lens and a fixed distance. This one here, where we're actually moving it back and forward, it's more similar to, say, an octopus's eye, where it's a fixed lens, and then what you're doing is you're changing the back area of focus. So it's closer to the reverse of it. But whereas our eyes we've actually got a fixed distance, but then we can actually vary the power of the lens, and that's why your lens squashes and such like. As you see in the actual tube itself, it is just a standard brass tube. There's nothing special inside. If I unhook this, and this is obviously, so if you did have it, you could actually put these lenses in. You can see this is actually coated inside, and nothing complicated, but that basically, I think, stops any reflection on the eyes. So if I just put that back on, and then this here. Now you can get some improvements. Basically, you can get the fine focus, which will allow smaller movement controls. And then also you can get ones where you have a lot of magnifying glass to look down at this area as well to get everything rightly positioned. If I put light from the bottom here with the mirror, then I'll get it transmitted. If I put light in from the top, I'll get the reflected. So yeah, but very nice. That was £15 for the pair of them. So let's just have a little look at this one. It's pretty similar design, with the added fact that you can actually move that in and out. If you look at the mirror, you can see that it started to, I forget what the name of it is, not delamination, but it's when you start to lose some of the mirror's reflectiveness over time. And yeah, so this swings in, but it's the same mechanism as there. You can see it, that this is now your objective. you can change that out for something else. So these sometimes would actually give a kit so that you can actually change the different power lenses. If I open this one up here, you'll see it's a similar objective pull piece, or eyepiece, sorry, and you can see that I could do with a little bit of a dusting, which I'm going to clean it up, but I'm not going to remove all the tarnish because I quite like it having that older look for it. So that just slots in there. You bring that around, and then again, same thing, you move up and down to actually get the focusing itself. Now, age-wise, as I say, there's about an 80-year age range for these, and they used to be actually mail order as well. And one thing they said was that you can sometimes tell by the box itself. You can see obviously it was used as a pencil case by a kid at some point. And what I did was I searched images of this wood, and I found out that this wood was actually oak. Now the more recent ones, they would have been done with pine. So I think this might be one of the older ones, but just actually have a nice look. It doesn't match perfectly, but it's actually quite a nice, probably a bandsaw box. The fact that these are actually, or a bandsaw equivalent box, but yeah, it matches quite nice. It's got some lovely bits of wood on it. So let's actually have a little look at a sample on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just, this is what they call a petrographic slice, where they embed a piece of rock in it, make a very thin slice on it, and it means that you can use both the reflective and transmitted view of it. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to slot it in here, and then angle the mirror in order to see the light. And we'll have a little look at what we're seeing just now. And so this is me now looking down the microscope itself. So if I just enlarge that, then basically I can start seeing the little facets on the actual rock. I need to physically move it with my hand. So there's nothing that I can actually move in it. And we do have different colours in that because it is a bit of a mixture of a rock. And let's now have a look at the other microscope's image. And this is the other microscope. And we can just actually see, if we shift it, we can see the other areas of this rock. So yeah, so you can see that that is actually the transmitted light just now. So yeah, little view into these little microscopes. And that is the microscopes. So I'm quite happy with £7.50 each for it. It came in a nice box. This one is the furnace type. This one is the drum type, or I suppose this is also a drum type. Simple enough mechanism. I might give them a bit of a clean up, but it was fun actually looking down them. Anyway, if you're interested in seeing other videos like this, let me know, and join me again on Scoping Out Tools. Bye for now.